Hey, good morning, everyone. Monday morning, the 13th of July, 2020. I trust that you had a blessed and restful weekend. I also trust that you did some of the reading that I left for you of 1 Samuel chapter 16 and 17. However, this morning's devotion is a reading from Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. It reads, "Remember your Creator in the days of your youth, before the days of trouble come and the years approach when you will say, I find no pleasure in them." So, coming back to the homework, we read in the chapters that I gave you on Saturday, 1 Samuel chapter 16 and 17, that young David had just been anointed as the future king of Israel, but he was still tending the sheep, and the Israelites were at war with the Philistines, and he was sent by his father to go and visit his brothers who were in the Israeli army. And the army was under the command of the then King Saul. He approaches the battlefield and naturally inquires of the men how the battle is going. Needless to say, his eldest brother Eliab comes to hear of this, and he gets very angry with David. And his first thoughts are, what about the sheep? And that how arrogant David had been in wanting to come and watch the battle. The story progresses to the point where David is offering support and encouragement to the soldiers and offers to go and fight the giant, that being Goliath. Can you imagine what must have gone through the mind of Saul when he heard about this? I mean, here's this puny little kid wanting to do with battle with a huge man of over 2.7 meters tall, one who was encased in armor. And he probably had a good chuckle and patted him on the head and tried to scoot him back home. But then David carries on. He shares his encounter with the lion and the bear and how he overcame these dangers. Also not being arrogant or bragging, as many of us would do if we ever achieved such an amazing feat. He remembered who protected him, and that was God. I'm sure it did not take too much to convince Saul, as the Israelites were looking to him to lead the battle and to go and sort this Philistine out. He tries to fit David with his armor, and the young boy can scarcely move in all the stuff. But if you have a look at what he says to Saul in 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 39, he says, I cannot go in these because I am not used to them. And that is something that is important for us to remember. We go with what we feel comfortable with and that which we are used to. David had seen the Lord's protection in his young life. He had been anointed by the prophet Samuel as the future king of Israel, and he had the Spirit of the Lord that came on him in power when he was anointed. So, off David goes with Saul's blessing after telling Saul that no one should lose heart on account of this Philistine. So without any armor, and with the whole Israelite army watching him, imagine what they were thinking and how his brother was silently mocking him. So David goes on his way, and on his way he gathers 5 smooth stones from the stream. We're going to focus on those 5 smooth stones that David picked up. So, leaving you with that, my dear friends, may the Lord be with you today. May he bless you. May he cause his face to shine upon you and be with you always. Goodbye.